Benny said that, he feels that Jay-Z wrote Bleek's lyrics. Like on any song where it might have been him, Jay-Z, and Bleek on it, he wrote the lyrics. And I was surprised because I know Jay-Z wrote Bleek's lyrics in the beginning. I was aware of that. But I thought Bleek kind of jumped off the train and started writing his own shit. By the time he dropped his first solo album, I thought Bleek was writing his own shit. You know what I'm saying? But that nigga Benny like, nah, nigga. He's like, we be in the studio all day. All of a sudden, I come back to the studio next day. Bleek got a verse. Nah, nigga. What the fuck happened, nigga? What's going on? He was like, he was referencing one song. What did he say? M. Dot be him. The Rock be him. I can't remember this words line for line, but it's off the Dynasty album, and I believe it's called "Stick to the Script." But I'm like, damn, that's one of Bleek's best verses, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And to hear that Jay-Z wrote that, I'm like, oh shit. So I mean, how you feel about that, bro? Does that take some stripes away from Bleek, man?
Let me go ahead and say this: since you said one of your Bleek's favorite Bleek verses was that, mine was track 10 off of Belly, with him and Beanie going back and forth.
Crew Love.
Yeah, Crew Love. And later on, to figure out that was their first time ever rapping together.
Yep.
Like ever.
Yep. Ever.
So them niggas had a point to prove. So that's my best Bleek verse, because how he started that motherfucker off. Yeah, I smoke weed and I don't give a fuck. Like, man, come on. I didn't put that in my top, like, starting off, but anyway.
Okay. I ain't mad at that. Nigga Bleek sat down to the interview because he was like, yo, who's this nigga Beanie Sigel? I keep hearing about this nigga. So like, I finally got in the studio with this nigga. And he's like, he got in the booth and he started doing that Monopoly scheme. Remember, he was talking about boardwalk.
Yeah,
that nigga said, oh, I see why y'all niggas signed him. Yeah. He after that, he had no more doubt. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like, yeah.
But that was my best Bleek verse.
Crazy.
But
yeah.
To know that Jay-Z wrote for him is not.
So did he do that verse? I wonder if I don't know, D. I don't know. That's crazy.
I don't know. Now it brings I want to give it to Bleek. In my mind, I want to give it to Bleek, just unknowingly. You know what I'm saying? I just want to give it to him because that motherfucker. Yeah, I smoke weed now. I don't give a fuck. Like that's hard. That's hard. Like to start that shit off, nigga. Like
that was
tough. Man. But anyway,
that was dope.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not really surprised if he wrote for Bleek in the rest of his career, because that's what Biggie was doing for Lil C's and the whole Junior Mafia. So it's not far-fetched. I think
it's not far-fetched.
I think Jay-Z would take a page out of Big's book if that's what was going on. Because think about it. If they're the two lyrical giants that can just go into the fucking booth and just hum some shit to themselves and then make a whole masterpiece, but then write for the rest of y'all crew. I mean, come on now. You're still a mastermind. So, I mean, it didn't surprise me if that's the case. Yeah. But, I mean, Biggie did the same thing with Junior Mafia, so.
Facts, man. It's just, for me, it's just like, okay, I know starting off, but at a certain point, it's like, damn, somebody's still writing for Jim Jones. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like at a certain point,
I get it.
You gotta just
jump off the porch.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta jump off the porch. And I mean, in them songs like Crew Love, that's an iconic song. You talk about Stick to the Script, that's another iconic song. The track he did with Cameron on Come Home With Me.
Even Round Here, nigga. With I know there wasn't no bad artist. You know, I mean, Trick That T.I. I don't know.
I mean, did he write that? It just brings us to a lot of questions like, damn, did this nigga really write his shit? Or what's going on. So I mean, the songs are still dope. It is what it is. I'm still gonna bump the songs, but I just happen to think that Bleek was penning some of them iconic verses. You know what I mean?
I'm still gonna go. I don't want to know about the Crew Love. Just if you find out it before me, just don't tell me.
But I think them niggas was in the studio together. You know what I'm saying? But that nigga probably had the the whole song at the same. He was just acting like he didn't know what to say.
I heard Beanie Siegel's perspective, and I heard Memphis Bleek perspective. So I want to say Bleek wrote that shit, bro, and I'm gonna stand. I want to stand by that because that is one of his best versions. Just to me, like you said, stick to the script. That's your shit.
Well, I say it's one of them. That's one of them.
Man, that beat and then how his cadence and how he started that motherfucker, like, yeah, you couldn't have started that song off no better, my nigga. Shouts out to Memphis Bleek for that song, man. Crew Love.